The Frames Per Second podcast.
What's going on? It's your boy Nick, and I'm here with Miss Naturally Nay.
Hello.
Kenneth Bienge.
What up?
And Mike Seatown.
Yo.
You now tune into the Frames Per Second podcast, and in this episode, but yes, we are reviewing the first season, I guess the only season of this miniseries, Love and Death, starring Elizabeth Olsen. Nay.
Yeah.
Does this show get a rose from you?
I wanted it to. This is generally my bag of entertainment on the weekends, like watching Snapped type shit. And it was weird because, you know, they did a show on Hulu less than a year ago, like I think at the end of 2022, about the exact same story. And after I watched this, I was like, well, let me go back and watch that and see. And it's like the exact same show, just in 5 episodes, and I would much rather watch the Hulu one.
It's crazy you say that because when I was driving, I was thinking about it because I just finished it today, and I was like, that should have been 5 episodes.
Yeah,
it did not need to be 7.
Watch the Hulu one. This one was unnecessary.
Okay, but you didn't like it.
No, I didn't. I want to say it nice. I'm trying to find a nice way to say it because it's not like I was like this. I don't think it was garbage. I just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. What about you, Ken?
I did not know about the Hulu version, or I saw that there was another version. So I'm glad I didn't watch that because I didn't know the story. And I saw that if you watch the Hulu version, then you already know the story. So it's, the ending is less dramatic for you. But it was messy enough for me, but very slow. And I was just telling Jalen before we started recording that it was episode too long. So those first 3 episodes could have been chopped up. But overall, though, I felt it was a little boring and dry and didn't pick up until the court scenes. So the first 3, it was like, let's get to the shit. Like by episode 3, I was like, nobody's dead yet. Like, what's going on? Kill somebody. So
that's crazy. Yeah, episode 3 was that. What about you, Mike?
This was boring.
Is that why you asked that in the chat?
Boring.
Mike
yes.
Mike was 10 minutes into the first episode.
I was so pissed. I was like, nah, niggas, y'all watching this shit.
I felt him, but I was like, man, let's not do this shit.
Who brought it up?
I don't know. I think it was Jalen.
We always be saying we don't know. Somebody lied.
No, Jalen brought it up because it was nothing for us to review this month, and he was just throwing shit out. We was like, okay, that's why I said nobody asked for this, but nobody disagreed either.
I would have rather reviewed nothing.
That's one of my favorite
Literally.
shows.
Just be like, ain't nothing happening.
Let's talk.
Let's
Like,
talk
what's
about
up?
it. Y'all find something? Because I still got nothing. Nah, this shit was boring. And after like the second episode, I was just like, nah, let me just double check and make sure I'm not the only motherfucker watching this.
Y'all watch all 8 episodes of this shit.
Oh my God. I knew about Candy because that was on my list of things to watch. I'm glad I didn't watch it. Because if it's the same damn story, I'd have been pissed then
You
too.
would have been really pissed. I would have much rather watched Candy. Because Candy was a little darker and it kind of leaned more into the thriller aspect of it.
Which I thought they were going to do with this.
Yeah, and I was just waiting for Elizabeth to go crazy. But
She kind of did.
not enough.
Which was with that hypnosis.
I think her acting was just unbelievably ridiculously good. But I just didn't give 2 shits about
this.
anybody in this movie or this show.
I was really thinking because they did 2 different movies on this same story. I was like, this shit must be real.
Must be a crazy
this must
story.
be good. This shit is salacious, honey. These church folks was out here wilding, like they got videotapes and all kind. No, it was none of that. It was just some bored housewives.
And we'll get to it, but the casting was just not good either. There was a certain cast member that I was like, bro, I'm supposed to believe this?
Come on, Mike.
Mike,
Another reason why I like
bringing it
Hulu.
up. I'm glad you bringing it up. Because for me, that was my whole issue throughout this whole thing. I don't believe none of this.
Oh, none of it?
As far as
that
him
person?
being this dude.
Right.
Especially when we get towards the end of the episode and he picking up another
I'm
one.
like, fam, like, no.
But
Church people are kind of weird, though. But
yeah, and if you saw like the pictures at the end, it kind of
Again, why I like the Hulu.
They glammed them up for the Hollywood.
No, they didn't. I don't think they did. I don't think
they did
not
either.
No, I don't
Alan,
think
not
they
the
did,
Alan
but-
character.
No, I'm
This
saying
is
like everybody else, like all the other
No,
people.
I think everybody else was pretty okay. I think that there was just one person that was like, nah.
And it was hella sex scenes. I'm like, this is the last thing I want to see.
Yeah.
Oh, so you fuck with her? Huh?
Yeah, I think he liked it.
Nah. I'm between them two.
Oh, she's okay.
She's cool, but she in a pile of
Oh, you need Jessica.
pile of molasses on
Why you
top
gotta
of
be
her.
a pile, Nick?
It was a pile of molasses.
Listen.
He was
Some
sweating
people
on
like-
it too. I'm like, bro.
Some people like fluffy love. You leave that
Nah,
alone.
that's
It's a thing. It's a thing.
It is a thing.
It wasn't the thing in this damn show, that's for sure.
Hey, but she was
She said
getting
he
it.
had,
She was getting. She got the.
she had a
Oh,
perfect
damn.
penis.
honey, perfect.
So you don't use it well though.
Well, I mean,
She said don't put it to the best. She said you don't necessarily put it to the best use, but it looked good.
oh my god,
What you think about Candy overall?
I just didn't care.
Right.
Just didn't care. She seemed like a lot of the white church people in Conyers. I was like, okay, yeah, sounds about right.
Same for you, Ken.
Yeah, she was. I agree with that. She was definitely crazy as hell. Detached, seemingly
From
at
everything.
times. Yeah. So, and I think she was definitely seeking attention. It's just, damn, office. I mean, they say men sweat.
She said that the
Can do
pheromones.
that.
Is
Yeah.
that
She
real?
said-
That is the thing, bro.
Pheromones.
Yeah, sweat from a man.
I'm just saying, but like it just seems weird when it be like it's just the smell of it can like make.
It's not necessarily just a smell. It's like you've never had a woman that you're just like, I don't know why I'm attracted to her, but God, I want to fuck her.
I mean, I
so
be
bad.
knowing why.
Huh? Hey, what'd you say?
I know why I'm attracted to a certain woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I get it. There are some women where like I always thought it was just like the eyes. Like there's certain looks. There's like, hold on, there's something about you that just.
Yeah, there's something about it. I think that's where the pheromone
I ain't never
thing
thought about
comes
that
in.
being pheromones. I thought it was just like that's how attraction
Yeah,
is.
the sweat and stuff like that. It's just I can't explain
It's
it.
the
but
glow.
No, it's like I've heard from women that the men sweat. It's just sometimes the sweat is the pheromones.
I don't know about no
turns them on.
sweat.
Yeah,
But the
That's what I'm
sweat
asking.
running with the
Well,
heat
I
and
mean, I
stuff
get
like
what
that
you're
gives the
saying.
scent.
Yeah, it's like something like it. It's a.
I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, it's just something like.
That's what I was gonna ask because they talk about it like does sex have a smell?
What the fuck is wrong? I'm sorry, Nick.
Talking like you don't know women, bro. I swear. He sound like a high schooler. He sound like he just got out of middle school and went to high school. I'm just talking to the seniors. I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions because I like different perspectives. It has nothing to do with me. It's just my perspective on it.
Hey, so where do you get condoms from?
Nah, I ain't asking that.
Oh God!
You ain't never smelled sex, Nick.
No, I'm saying like I feel like everybody has a different
Yeah,
like smell of sex.
I'm sure.
So I was like, is there a consensus smell of sex?
Yeah.
Like when you walk in a room, like somebody says,
Yes.
what does that smell like?
But does he? But Bernie Mac Ben told you what it smells like. What the hell? You seriously never smelled it?
No, I know what it smells like to me. I'm just like, I
Oh,
never know.
so
I
you're
never
wondering if
know.
it smells like that to other
Yeah, like
people.
does everybody have the same? That's what I'm saying. Like, because some people just be saying shit and you be like, I don't know if everybody.
Look,
thinks.
baked chicken, fried chicken, and barbecue chicken. They all have a slightly different smell, but you can still tell it's chicken.
Because you know if me and you walked in the room and our homeboy just had sex, you gonna smell like, oh yeah, that nigga just had
Yeah,
sex.
he just fucked. It don't smell like my fucking.
That chicken analogy is
Bro, it was
amazing.
amazing. That's why I'm still laughing about it.
I get it. Like wow, Mike.
Because I was gonna say like sometimes it's sometimes.
fried chicken, baked chicken, and it's smothered chicken. It still smells like chicken. Ooh, wow.
Sometimes you walk in, it smells like a whirlwind of stank.
Yeah, that's the boiled chicken.
That's somebody who don't know how to cook. You don't want to marry that one, then.
Right.
Oh my God.
You don't want none of that chicken.
You don't want to eat off that plate.
Salmonella.
You don't want to eat off that plate.
That's not what happened.
Ken, do you think that Alan and
Unfortunate.
you think Alan and Candy had good reason to have this affair since they both were unhappy?
There's no reason.
Good
There's
answer.
no good reason
answer.
to ever have an affair, Nick.
I was waiting. I was like, good answer.
How do you say that?
Good answer.
When we, I know that
I see it.
people be having excuses for people like, I see why she cheated, or I see why he, or like,
That don't mean it's the right decision. Now, can I understand how they ended up in that predicament? Sure, but that doesn't mean it's the right decision.
you being you.
We married.
All right. What was you saying, kiddo?
I said what I had to say. I'm sorry.
All right. Those scenes were my favorite
Between them?
because like the whole time, you know, Betty knows and she's just talking to this motherfucker like ain't shit going on, and she like, you had an affair with my husband, didn't you? Damn. Candy thought she could just get in and get the bathing suit and just dip.
No, of course not.
Yes,
But I did.
I did. It was a long time ago. I promise it's over.
Listen, the way that bitch came out with that axe, I was not mad at her.
That was my favorite scene.
I was like,
And she just set it down.
Yep.
Like, it sat back down. Like, you want some more coffee, bitch? I loved it. Oh, I loved it. I'm going to kill you.
That was crazy.
Yeah, man.
There's a YouTube video that I didn't get around to watching, but it said it was like the true story of what actually happened. I need to go back and watch that because if it played out that way, that is fucking.
that's a
hilarious.
crazy ass way for it to play out.
I went and got an axe. Who has just axe just laying around? Like there's knives in the kitchen. Why would you immediately
Nah,
get
bitch.
the axe?
Nah, bitch.
It's like-
axe.
Sending a message.
Yeah, a knife is like,
I might stick you.
yeah, I might stick you.
An
An
axe.
axe is like, I'm
There's
gonna
no
kill
other
you.
purpose for an axe
Yeah.
in the house
Bitch,
other
I'ma
than to
chop
kill.
you.
I'm gonna
Yep.
fucking kill your
And
ass.
trust me, Candy got the message.
She did.
She got
She's
it
like, oh,
quick.
are we chopping wood? What are we doing, Betty?
Yeah,
No, I'm about to chop your ass.
But no, they did that.
Wait, she
Great.
just set that shit
She's like,
down.
I have to kill you.
You can't have him. I don't want him. I don't want him.
I don't want him because I definitely don't want that damn ass.
Right. God.
That shit. was
Well, my thing is,
beautiful.
Candy knew she could have got out smooth if she didn't put her hand on her shoulder. Mike, tell me if I'm wrong, cause like she's like, thank you for. I'm like, why are you touching her?
I think again with these church people, that's just how they are. But I think that was a trigger for Betty. That was like the last straw. Why are you touching me? But I get why she did it. She was just,
It was so. I guess that's what I took from this one. Just the way you can be so locked into how you're supposed to act versus the reality of the situation. Like, you've been sleeping with this woman's husband and you watching her kids. You acting like you're her best friend. Like, to the point where I just confronted you with this. I have an axe. I'm not about the shits, and you still put your hand on my shoulder like it's all okay. No, bitch, it's not okay. I got to kill you now. I got it.
Yeah.
Mike, what did you think of Don Crowder?
he was interesting. I would have rather followed him than fucking Elizabeth and Alan.
I think he has, like, once we start geting more into him in the show actually picks up.
Way more interesting.
Yeah. Especially since he...
fuck.
Fat fuck.
On the count of fat fuckism.
That shit had me dying. That shit had me dying. A fat fuckism. God damn, I wish I was mean I could say that to people.
What you think about him, man?
No, he was interesting. And to me, it was interesting to see, like, once they did like the end, to see how he died. Like, I was like, well, what was going on with him? I agree. I would have much rather dug into his story a little bit more and how he got to where he was. Yeah, because it seemed like it was probably more interesting.
Yeah, I did like the fact that I didn't like the fact that he killed himself, but it lent to the story when we go back and you realize, like, when they were in the car, what his wife tells him, where she's like, this is going to eat at you for the rest of your life, and this is going to be your legacy.
Yep.
So I do agree that I wish we had followed him to see
How that really
breaking
started to mess with him.
Yeah. Because, that was way more interesting than any of this other shit.
Yeah, I thought he was great. He was actually the most entertaining part of the whole thing.
Yep.
You know, because he definitely pushed back a lot against the judge and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, to be church going, and then of course, church people do cursing, but he was quick to let that fuck out. He was, and it was almost like he kind of flipped and became a different person. But he was like, look. You need to get somebody else. I ain't never tried a criminal case before.
So I talk a good game in that church parking lot.
I like how he kept to the full being.
Yeah, he did.
Like, this is out of my scope, man.
Hey, when he told Kay, hey, look, there's only a few people you lied to. Lawyer ain't one of them. She was like, I did it. He was like, for real?
He was like, oh,
That was funny as hell.
he closed that door quick. Like, fuck.
Oops.
He was like, I don't believe you did it. And she was like, yeah,
no,
I did.
I did.
41 times she was hacked. And the way they showed that motherfucker, she was doing the little stab. Like,
when that shit stuck in that bitch head,
And she had to yank
and
it out.
she yanked it out.
God,
Just like he described.
that was dope.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That was well done.
that was
That
like, I
wasn't
wasn't
a scene.
expecting them to go like that in this show.
I'm glad they did.
Me too. That was the best episode of the whole fucking
I'm about
thing.
to say they had to. If they wouldn't have, and we watched this whole shit, and we don't even get that much,
Because
for
they didn't
nothing.
show much until that point. Like, just kept showing like cutaways. Any other thoughts on this show?
I wished it was good.
The dude who created, he got some deep cuts. Like, he goes back to, he created Ally McBeal,
Oh,
The
wow.
Practice, Boston
He's
Public,
been around. He's been
Doogie
around.
Howser.
Oh wow.
That explains why people go.
What else? He did Goliath, Big Little Lies, The Undoing, Lincoln Lawyer.
I think people are just hyped on it because it was a really good acting performance.
It was.
The story was just fucking dry
It
as
was.
shit.
People are fucking with this shit. heavy.
Really?
Yeah, they love it. They love Elizabeth Olsen's performance.
She was amazing.
She was good.
I will
Great.
give you the
Yeah,
performance
she was
in this.
good.
The performances were really good, but from a story perspective, I like the other one better.
This
You ain't
should've been
need
4
need
episodes.
8 episodes of this. You could have really wrapped this up in 4.
I wanted to say 4 but I was like, maybe 5.
4 or 5 at the absolute.
Yeah, 5 at the most.
4 and a bonus scene.
Because I still want to. I think with a post-seed credit.
Yeah.
It ties into
one and one behind the
Back into the
scenes.
multiverse.
It's a multiverse.
Yeah,
fuck.
you know, when the lawyer did call her a Scarlet something, I was like, y'all should have not put that in there. That was real fucking corny.
You think
She's
they
like,
did
she's
that on
like a
purpose?
scarlet woman. Dude, are you serious? You may as well have just called. I got a vision that she's a scarlet witch. You should have just went there with it.
You think that was on purpose?
Yes.
All right. Well, those are our thoughts on Love and Death. Please let us know what you guys think. FPS Podcast is a Reddit thread. That's also our handle for IG and Twitter. And we'll catch you on the next review. We out. Peace.